right, Shalom to the Lord's elect. First, I want to give all honor and praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Love unto the other apostles at Great Millstone, rule well. Honors and salutations to you, Akim, also doing this work in true sincerity. All right, Shalom to Fuakwa that's listening and learning. All right. Once again, I come back out here to teach the downfall, preach the downfall of this place. You know, it's America. It's known as Babylon the Great, and also the virgin daughter of Babylon in the scriptures. Also to tell the people on this side of so-called Negro, so-called Native American, so-called Negro, so-called Native American, so-called Latino descent, that they're the children of Israel according to the Bible, all right, to the prophecies of the Bible. You know, it clearly identifies us as the Israelites. You know, let them know the evil that's coming, that's approaching. Basically, doing what the book commanded us to do, which the Lord, really, Yahweh Shem Shah, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah commanded us to come out here and to teach our people the words of prophecy. All right, as it is written in 2 Ezra 15:1. Now, I'm out here on a Saturday. I checked the forecast. It's going to be 20 to 30 miles an hour of wind during the day tomorrow. Up to 40 miles, or over 40 miles, I said, on the Weather Channel. It's like the other Sunday ago. So I get out here after I got my main job. So I want to go into something because I didn't hear about it. I learned about it through the elder apostles. I was watching the street teaching last week, and then they revealed something I wasn't aware of. I actually pulled up the article. I'm going to go into it a little bit, which is the so-called lab leak. All right, they got a lab leak in Philadelphia where this laboratory worker found some vials of smallpox. All right, they found vials of smallpox in this laboratory freezer. This worker, I'm gonna read the article, and I'm gonna let you decide, or persuade your own mind. All right, I'm gonna bring out the scriptures that prove that they're the wicked, man, because smallpox was supposed to be eradicated. I think it was somewhere between 1979 and 1981. It was supposed to be eradicated. Meaning, what eradicated mean again? It means to be destroyed or done away with. So let's get it so you'll understand. It says eradicate. It says destroy, utterly, literally, pull up by the roots. So this disease is supposed to be destroyed, all right, utterly destroyed, years ago, all right, Shalaki. So again, this disease is supposed to be eradicated 1979, 1981, somewhere between there. And here it is, 2021, well, almost 2022, because we're in December of 2021. And what we discovered that smallpox is still around. All right, now I'm going to read the article, and you form your own conclusion. Like I said, you can persuade your own mind to think what you to understand or take away what you want to take away out of the article. I'm just going to read it. I don't want to get no misinformation strike, all right, on my channel. So I'm just going to read the article, all right, that was published through the Philadelphia This is CBSNews.com. So it's reported from CBSNews.com. No, I got a strike on my other channel. Rob Bond working that channel. So I'm on GMS. Rob Bond called Bach. Look at the videos on that channel. I got a strike about a year ago on Rob Bond working. That's the main channel I post on. GMS Rob Bond Bob. This is an old channel. I haven't posted on that in a long while. Well over a year. It's a change. That channel gets so many strikes. I get strike emails this day from that channel alone. So just know I'm on GMS Rob Bond call Bob. All right. So I'm gonna get the article. It says frozen vials spark smallpox found in lab freezer in Pennsylvania. CDC says. So according to the CDC, smallpox vials was found in the freezer. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna pull that up too. They're supposed to eradicate smallpox, all right? Matter of fact, let me do that as I'm speaking. Scripture say, prove all things, all right? Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. So 1977. It says world free of smallpox. All right, how you doing, Bob? All right, pretty good, brother.
You don't know I'm on my way down here to work.
It says almost 2 centuries after Jenner hoped that vaccination. Sorry, I'm just reading a Google article. Max, I'll just say Max. Concerning smallpox, they got to do with the corona. It says, to annihilate smallpox, the 33rd World Health Assembly declared the world free of this disease on May 8, 1980. So, May 8, 1980, I forget the numerical significance of May, but usually in May, I believe it was September, it's when the elites of Esau does, they do some kind of crazy evil act, right? So it says in 1980, smallpox was supposed to be eradicated according to the CDC. Or the Health Assembly, I'm sorry. It says, many people consider smallpox eradication to be the biggest achievement in international public health. So the point is, it's supposed to be eradicated in 1980. Ain't no way in the world it's supposed to be found in the freezer in 2021. According to Google. Federal health authorities on Wednesday, this is dated November 18th. It says federal health authorities on Wednesday confirmed the discovery of some frozen vials labeled smallpox in a freezer at a facility in Pennsylvania that conducts vaccine research. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention said the vials were incidentally discovered by a laboratory worker who was cleaning out the freezer. So incidentally, that's 1 second. incidentally, it says used when a person has something more to say or is about to add a remark unconnected to the current subject, by the way. In incidental manner for the translation of, let's see, by chance, by accident, are the synonyms. So it was accidentally discovered by this worker. We know about smallpox. We know about smallpox and how it was used, especially on Gad. And there's no way that this should be around, you know? All right, so it says CDC, its administration partners in law enforcement are investigating the matter in the vials. Contents appear intact. CDC spokesperson Belzy Gonzalez said in an email. The laboratory worker who discovered the vials was wearing gloves and a face mask, Gonzalez wrote. There is no indication that anyone has been exposed to a small number of frozen vials. Rutgers University chemistry and chemical biology professor Richard E. Wright told the Philadelphia Inquirer, for the general public, there is no basis for being worried, even a small amount. The discovery raised concerns over inadequate security, not public safety, he added. The CDC will not confirm where in Pennsylvania the vials were found. Smallpox is a deadly infectious disease caused by the variola virus that plagued the world for centuries and killed nearly a third of the people it affected. Victims suffered scorching fever and body aches, and then spots and blisters that leave survivors with pitted scars. So, I mean, like I said, you have to question, you know, the findings of these vials. Now, let me get something real quick. If you want to know, in case you don't know, what smallpox looks like on the people that I got here. See here. This is the tribe of Gad, which we call North Brothers, or just, you know, they call them North American Indians, which they are brothers up north. You want to know what smallpox look like? This is what smallpox look like. See? In order for a disease like smallpox to be around, you gotta ask yourself, well, why are they finding smallpox in a frozen laboratory freezer? If this is supposed to be utterly destroyed in 1980, May 8th, all right? May 8th of 1980, smallpox was supposed to be utterly destroyed according to the so-called white man. But yet there are found frozen bottles in this laboratory freezer. See? All right, so now let's go into scriptures. Let's bring out the scriptures, man. Because ain't no excuse for that. Ain't no excuse for that. And again, CBS News published that. So this ain't medical misinformation. I read everything from the article. All right, everything I just read was from the article. All right, let's get it, man. Psalms 64. I gotta bring this out. Psalm 64. And that's a big thing right now with Psalm 64 because it's actually happening. Psalm 64. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, "A Psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." Yeah, because every word that Esau says are very bitter. This man is his whole makeup is to be wicked and to do evil, man. Malachi, the first chapter, tell you that. All right, read Malachi 1 through 4. It tells you who the wicked is. It calls Edom. All right, if you don't know who Esau Edom is, I don't know where you've been at. All right, Esau Edom is a so-called white man. All right, he's the man that's ruling the earth right now. He's the man that's in the power seat, in the ruling seat. All right. It says, verse 4, that they shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. You know, in secret, they imagine all these things on how to get rid of us Israelites, man. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Yeah, and that's what they think. Right, they think, who shall see them? All right, their wickedness is done in their places. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua reveal everything they do behind closed doors. See? Everything, man. Everything that Esau does behind closed doors is always brought to the light. Only ones not paying attention is the majority of you Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. You're the main ones not paying attention to this man. All right, the same man that can't sleep unless he do evil. All right. That's why when Esau unleashed that wrath, all right, you're gonna be caught up out there, man. Revelation 12:12 said that the devil will come down to you having great wrath because he has for a short time. All right. So you're gonna see this great wrath, all right, come down upon you, man. This man's not bullshitting around. Most I have created to be the wicked, man. All right. He is the wicked. All right. Why you think this CBS article came out? All right. CBS is owned and controlled by the so-called Jews. But yet this leaked out into the public. But you notice it wasn't made a big thing in the news, man. Because the main news source I watched didn't even publish it. I learned about it through the elder apostles. So I said I looked it up. Oh, I was just happy to listen. I listen to the elder apostles, the streets teaching, stay edified and built up in the spirit, and also write down precepts. I still write down precepts still. I ain't going to a certain job title in the factory. I'm still there at my job. So when I have time, at a station, I can be stationary and listen to write down precepts. I always do that, But the thing is, always constantly learning, right? So I learned this lab leak, right? I was like, I was shocked. I didn't marvel at this finding. I didn't marvel at the fact that this had been done. You see? I didn't marvel at all. I know that Esau set snares and traps to catch Israelites and cause them to lose their lives. All All right, because he wanted that blessing back, first and foremost. Let's continue on. Verse 6, I'm in Psalms 4 still. Verse 6. They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. And that's those missiles, man. The ICBM missiles. Alright? Isaiah 54 tell you that that the Lord created the waster to destroy, which are the missiles. Alright? Throughout the scriptures, it speaks about the arrows, alright, and the missiles. And also in the Revelation, alright, it's found that the Apostle John, alright, received a vision of the island of Patmos, and he seen the missiles. And he described them. Right? So they had a breastplates of iron. Right? They said had the heads of lions. And when they mouth they do hurt. They were describing the missiles. You know, the main potency or main power of the missile is the head, the nuclear head. The warhead is called. Alright? So the Most High is going to rain those arrows on so-called America, which is Babylon the Great. Verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Yeah. You know why? Their tongues is falling upon themselves? Because you find out this man's a liar. All right, you find out this man is a liar. And how the truth is coming out is because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua put the spirit on his people, starting with the men, all right, of his people, the men of Israel, to bring out this truth, man. Because matter of fact, let me get that too. Yeah, he goes, Esau had been lying for so long. This man been lying for so long. All right, before I get to second Esdras, let's go to Revelation. Because this man been deceiving and lying for a long time since the Renaissance began. This man been lying. All right, this man been caught in so many lies. Revelation 20. I'm gonna start at 2. It says, Revelation 20 and 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. You know, you go into history, 325 AD, when Constantine the Great, which is a so-called Negro, he was a so-called black man. He was from the southern kingdom of Israel. All right, he was a Jew. All right. This is during the time when Jake took down the Romans. And then Constantine the Great is really when it started with Jake ruled, and it became the Holy Roman Empire. Because so-called blacks ruled the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, they don't tell you that in school. All right? So, and then from 325, it tell you what 1325, the Renaissance was starting to begin, and one of the first places was Italy. All right, one of the first places was Italy, where the Renaissance began, and he was starting to deceive then, because Renaissance means rebirth, right? And when Esau was loose, all right, after that 1,000-year period, all right, he began to deceive the nations, man. All right, all the so-called black images that was in Europe was being painted the so-called white images. All right, and then he tell you what, all black people come from Africa. Well, the Negro and the African are the same people. All right, only a nigga think he a fucking African. All right, you Negroes, you so-called Negroes ain't no fucking Africans. Them dirty, filthy people. All right. Now you got some Negroes in the continent of Africa. All right. The so-called Negro, that's Judah. All right. But let me continue on. All right. Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose in little season. Right, because, like I said, 1325 in Italy, all right, the Renaissance of Italy began. See? So 325, all right, to 1325, all right. That was about 1,000 years, man. See? It says, and after that, he must be loose in little season. And that's when he was loose, the 1300s. All right? He was being loose out of his prison. The bottomless pit is Europe. See, when Jake, when the 10th Judah ruled in Europe, the so-called white man lived in the mountains, in the caves of the mountains. That's why he's called Caucasian. It means cave dweller or mountain dweller. See? And he was shut up in the mountains because they had pushed his ass up in there, man. Because he's the wicked. The scripture say what? Say I'm not by thee. That's Ecclesiastes 12th chapter. All right. It says, it speaks about never trust thine enemy. It says, say him not by thee. All right. At least he be happening. Roughly, it said at least he. Matter of fact, I'll just cut you real quick. I don't want to, you know. I'm gonna butcher the scripture. I'm gonna read it. You know, get it right. You know. Yeah, it says. Sirach 12:12. Set him not by thee, least when he had overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Yeah, so you don't trust your enemies, and you don't set them beside you. All right, like I'm giving an example. See, with all this tension going on in the news, you know, with this racial tension and all this police killings and you know what have you. See, there's no such thing as equality. We're not fucking equal, man. All right, that's a fallacy, man. That's a farce, man. That's not real, man. We're in the bottom right now as a consequence of us being disobedient. And Esau on top, our so-called white man on top. That's why he can shoot you down and walk out of the courtroom. And this Ahmaud Arbery case is just one of the one case that they'll be like, see, well he locked him up, you know, just to make it, you know, you Negroes at ease with him. Let me see, we that believe in Yahweh Shah, we know you, Esau. See? We know. But at the same time that was going on, you had one guy in New York, an Edomite in New York, he had raped 4 women and got probation. See? Now you know one of the building sign raped 4 women. Hey, what do you think Negro, Latino, Native Americans on the president. Never get out. But Esau on his own, they can break 4 women and get probation. Esau throw your black ass under the jail. Throw your brown ass under the jail. See? This man's a hypocrite, man. All right? He's a wicked man. That's why you don't set him by you. That's why you don't hearken to this man's words, man. All right? It says, jump down to verse, Revelation 20:7. It says, when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to the battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea. But the point is, they should go out and deceive the nations. And what do you think been going on since the Renaissance until now? All right, the nations have been deceived. All right, the nation's been deceived, but how is the nation? My nose slugging. The nation's being deceived because Esau knew the truth, right? And that's why he's able to perpetuate his lies. All right, he's able to perpetuate his lies because he knows the truth. All right. All right. In order for you to tell a lie, you gotta know the truth. All right. So that's how Esau. That's how you do. What's that? Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. All right. So that's the truth, man.